Good morning. It's Thursday morning already here in McAllen, Texas. That's my leadership talk for today. You know, we're into February. We're into the second month of the year. It's a short month, which means you got to cram more into less time. The so we just had our launch, and they're going to be doing a replay of certain segments of the launch on Fridays. So usually on Fridays there's going to be the easy start or fast start Friday for new associates, but also there's the financial or product provider information usually on Fridays. Well, they're gonna rebroadcast some of the segments from our launch this last weekend. So that's going to be awesome. And something I've, because I am like binging, I'm trying to get better and more clear on what we have to do. And I'm Chuan wins like invite, invite, invite. Okay. And I'm like, okay, I can do that. I can do that. But I'm not getting that great of results on my invitations. But I started calling the people that I've invited, and I started seeing, some commonality. I started connecting with them, okay? And I'm thinking, okay, I'm making friends, right? So I just got done watching a video with Victor Antonio, and this lady, she's an expert on this kind of thing, saying that, people got all kinds of friends, okay? You got to give them value. And so I'm listening real hard. And what she's basically saying is you have to get to know who you're talking to well enough to understand what it is that they want and what they need. And if you can figure out how what you have to offer can help them with that, what they voice to you that they want and they need, there you go. You're giving them what they're asking for, and you'll have business. Okay, and they'll see you as somebody of value, or what we have is of value. I was on a call with a guy who was a healthcare provider, and he's captive, and he's not, he can't do anything other than what he's doing. But I showed him the infographic, the pie of all the things that we do, and he didn't realize, even though he's been talked to by somebody in the Houston area for a while about WFG, he wasn't aware of all that we have to offer. And one of the things that I got to thinking about when I talked to him, I talked about the extended escrow trust. When there's a lot of people that are offering a deferred escrow trust. It's basically the same thing, but what nobody else is offering is the ability to get that money. So once you have an investment property and you sell it, there's equity in that property, you have 18 months to buy a property of equal or greater value, or you're going to pay capital gains on that equity. But if you put it into a deferred escrow trust or an extended escrow trust, you don't pay capital gains or taxes until you take that money out. Now, through Legacy Shield, we develop a strategy where if you take a premium financed loan, so you're basically borrowing money from the equity at a low rate to pay the premium on an index universal life, You don't pay tax, so you don't pay tax on loan proceeds. And the money grows tax deferred inside the index universal life. And when you take that money out, it's tax advantage. You don't pay tax on it. That's how you get out of paying taxes on equity from an investment property without having to do a 1031 exchange. Right? Now, when I'm explaining that to this guy yesterday, it occurred to me that what makes us different. The way most people, realtors or real estate investors, are using the deferred escrow trust is when they haven't been able to find another property to buy within 18 months after they've sold their investment property. And so, that horse is out of the barn. You can't do it after the fact, okay? But if they're having a hard time, if they do that ahead of time, okay, then they're not limited to the 18 months to buy a property. Okay, so you got to do it before the sale, and then you're not limited. So if you haven't found a new property to buy while you're selling your current investment property, it's a good idea to do it within a trust. Either they call it a deferred escrow trust or an extended escrow trust. That's what it's called with Legacy Shield. And with them, you can do the finance premium, and that's how you extract that equity without paying capital gains on it. So that kind of happened to me yesterday, while I was explaining it to this health insurance agent. Okay, explaining all the things that we have. So my point is that we have a lot that people don't understand that we have. And it can help a lot of people with, just offering, this is brilliant, just offering the extended escrow trust to real estate investors or real estate agents for their clients is golden, okay? Because if they haven't had, the way the market is right now, because people they want to buy low and sell high. They don't want to sell high and then have to buy high again. Okay, so using these trust strategies, they can hang out until the market corrects, and then they can go buy. They can buy at the lower values again. They get a better deal. Okay. And they're not stuck, buying in a bubble. And so that's one advantage of it. But the other advantage is, if they don't want to go and put that money in another property, they want to experience that money without paying the capital gains. We have the strategy to do that. So being a licensed associate, hey, there's a significantly lower cost using the extended escrow trust versus a deferred escrow trust. And then we also have the ability to help them with, if they decide they don't want to put it back in real estate, they can get that money out, the equity out, without paying the capital gains using a finance premium with the deferred escrow trust. But the point is, it's having a tool for these realtors and these real estate investors that they wouldn't normally have. All right, so you gotta have something that's going to meet somebody where their needs are, and you got to pay attention to them, not just throw it at them, because they're not ready to catch it. They're not going to catch it. All right, bye.